What's going on? It's your boy Brian Smooth Murray Videos, and I'm back here with another amazing talent from the west side of Owensboro. Can you state your name for us, please?
Cam the Great.
We're sitting here today. I want to let the world and Facebook and everybody know who you are, what you represent, what you do, and your mind state and your talents and all of that stuff. So we're going to start with some questions, answer them the best that you can, and yeah, here we go. What first got you into music?
Well, I grew up in a church, so I used to have to go to church every Sunday, things like that with my mom. I just picked up an ear for music. I didn't just want to sit there all day, so I, deviled in church and just, started doing different things. And I just like playing drums. I just like the whole music side of it.
So you actually played instruments and...
Yes, my brother's a very talented musician. He can play almost any instrument.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'd learned most of my, rhythm in church.
Yeah.
How I got a form for rhythm just in church. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, all glory to God. In so many words.
Yeah, hey, I feel you. I was just like that as well. Hey, I used to get down in church, man. I was in band. I was in for I think 7 years. I was in choir, man, and all that stuff. So yeah, I understand that. How long have you been rapping, or how long have you been making beats?
Well, I've been making beats for about 5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been rapping since I was in high school in Evansville, Indiana. Shout out to Evansville.
Evansville, what's good, Evansville?
Shout out to Evansville, by the way.
Yeah.
So I just started rapping then, and people was like, "Man, you good." I got into producing later on when I started understanding the industry and the business more.
Hold on, speaking of Evansville, what side of town did you live on in Evansville?
I lived in Jimtown. I lived on the north side. I went to Central High School, go Bears, so yeah.
Okay,
So yeah,
awesome,
lived there for a minute.
Yeah, I lived in Evansville for a little bit, man. I worked at Chuck E. Cheese.
Love that place. Love that place.
If you go to Chuck E. Cheese right now, me and my best friend Cortland, we have 2 paintings hanging up right over the salad bar in Chuck E. Cheese in Evansville. They've been there for about 7 years now. Yeah, it's crazy. Real talk.
Yeah, it's home.
And you can see our names on the corner.
Yeah.
As a producer, if you had a style, how do you describe your style as a producer? And what program do you use?
I use FL Studio.
Mm-hmm.
Far as a style, I wouldn't necessarily say I mimic anybody. I just have influences that lead me towards the direction I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just I just hear it. I just got to hear it. I got to feel it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of a lines of like Bryson Tiller, The Weeknd, Party Next Door.
Okay.
I like those type of beats.
Lo-fi type.
Yeah,
of
but I can also switch it up if I need to. I can make anything. But what I like to make that type of beats because it's the perfect combination of drill and R&B and trap and R&B because you can necessarily say whatever you want to on it.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. What would be your creative process like? If you was to start a beat, how do you draw influence? Do you just put sounds on and go through sounds? You listen to a song? Do you how do you do that?
I go through sounds mostly.
I would say that. I know that you the sound king, but you actually gave me a lot of sounds. You know what I'm saying?
I'll go through sounds mostly, and whatever in that moment, if I just feel it, I'm about to go ahead and drag it over and get to work, man. You know.
That's what's up, man. For real. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you some more questions. We're gonna fast forward. As an artist, what would be your dream collaboration? If you were an artist, what would be your dream collaboration as a song? Who would you like to collaborate with?
Well, I got 3. One of them's not alive. Obviously Biggie. To me, who I think the GOAT is.
Okay.
Obviously Biggie. Mm-hmm. Second, I'd have to go with Young Thug because I just like he's so diverse and everything's different. His sound's different, and I feel like the wave that's going on right now, people have been influenced by him more than others. And as far as my third collab would definitely be Wayne. I'd have to say Lil Wayne just because in high school there was it was him, nobody else. It was
dope.
It was him.
Dope. That's a dope 3, man, for real.
As a producer, the Baby off rip, the Baby. Again, Thug because he's got that type of lo-fi type of sound. And then the third one, that'd be hard. Just to say I did one with him, Jay-Z. Just to say I had a collaboration with Jay-Z.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Who are your favorite top 5 rappers of all time?
Well, from 5 to 1. See, for 5, I got. That's a hard one, man. For 5, I got to put T.I. in that conversation. T.I.'s in the conversation just off of his, just longevity alone. 4, would have to be Jay-Z. 3, I'm have to put Busta Rhymes because I feel like Busta Rhymes gets slept on. Bruh was cold with it.
For sure.
2, Wayne, and number 1, Biggie. That's just I'll never say Biggie's not the greatest of all time.
So who do you think, Pac or Biggie?
Obviously, Biggie. For me, it's nothing against Pac. Legendary, you know, legendary, revolutionary. Actually, nothing against Pac. For me, Biggie. I just feel like Biggie was just a little bit more versatile, and I feel like Biggie I felt what Biggie was saying more. Me being a big nigga, from one big nigga to another, and I'm a '90s kid, early '90s baby. So I'm.
Well, speaking, I don't mean to cut you off, but speaking about the big niggas, like when you become an artist, do you inspire to like put on for the big people?
Yes, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, cause I'm not the biggest dude. Most people that have met me and see me, like I'm a big guy, but I'm not like tall, big. I'm just a short dude. But at the end of the day, yes, definitely, because it's just like if you go look at some of the greatest rappers of all time, there's a lot of big niggas in that conversation, like that. Cause at the end of the day, to me, I don't care what you look like. If you're talented, you're talented, and there's you can't take that. You can't take that from anybody. So I'm not one to judge, but it's just that I just felt like what Biggie did to me was just on a whole nother level, because there was really nobody, you know, with his type of juice back in the day, man. He had that sauce, man. That's just how I feel about it. Like, it's no hate on all the other legends in the game, no hate at all. Everyone has their idol, and that's who I look up to.
What motivates you, like, to get up every day, do music? Like, what is your motivation?
Well, starting off, my family. You know,
speaking of your family, like, do you have any kids?
Yes, I have a fiance and I have 2 kids.
Okay. Boy or girl? Girl.
I have a daughter and a son.
Okay.
Yeah, Amia and Rizal, 5 and 2. Well, about to be 2, but you know they're blessings, so that motivates me every day, just to give them a better life that I could ever have. So I struggled a lot as a kid, so just to see them smile every day, just for God allowing me to wake up and see them every day is just a blessing.
Speaking of struggling, like, tell us a little bit about your background, like where you come from, where were you born, like your life.
Yeah, well, I'm originally born in Tampa Bay, Florida, so you know, go Bucks, you know what it is. You know, I got a lot of family down there, love them, you know, love the 813, you know. So, and then, you know, I moved away. My mom's from Kentucky, so I got a lot of family.
What part
in Kentucky.
Of Kentucky?
She's from Muhlenberg County.
Shout out
Muhlenberg.
Shout out.
You know, and then in my high school years, I ended up moving to Evansville. So you know, shout out to the 812. You know, I got homes everywhere in Kentucky, man. Frankfurt, shout out to Frankfurt, 502.
Frankfurt.
Yeah, you know, I got homes everywhere, bro, because I've moved around a lot as a kid. So, and I just, you know, bounced.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing, man, because they think that just Louisville is the only thing that's going on around here, when they have no idea that Louisville is just a subdivision of the talent that's going on. And the only reason why they get recognition is because they're a city. But we are cities too. We might not be big cities, but we are cities too. And obviously, I honestly think our artists, and I know a few artists in Louisville. You know, shout out to Lone Wolf. You know, I used to go to school with him back in the day. You know what I'm saying? He used to go to Western. You know what I'm saying? I know a couple people. You know, and it's crazy. Like, I was watching the interview and they was just like, this artist, what's his name? He just got signed with Gotti. What's his name?
Yeah, I seen it on Instagram. I forgot his name.
Yeah, I forgot his name. The dude's name, man. It was just on the top of my head, man. But the guy that just signed with Gotti out of Louisville, I seen an interview and he was like saying that you ain't gonna get nowhere. Basically, you ain't gonna find no other talent besides Louisville. And that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because I'm like, nah, man, I can give you 5 artists right now.
Yeah.
Then
I know some cats in Frankfurt, bro.
Yeah. Even like, your brothers. Like, speaking of your brothers,
and Evansville, bro.
Speaking of your brothers, man, let's talk about your brothers for a second, man. You got 2 brothers, man, that could be the next legends out here.
The goats. The
next like, J. Cole and the next little Uzi Vert. Or Thug or something.
Yeah,
you know, I don't know how to
bro.
describe his fit style.
I tell people every day, people that think I'm talented and good, I got just a drop of what they got, bro. And I'm not man enough to admit they're my brothers, so there's no hate.
Yeah.
There's no hate. My brother succeeds, I know I'm gonna succeed, and vice versa. So, like, there's no hate there. I'm a man, so I can admit where my limits are. And there are certain things I see them do in the studio that I can't do, no matter how hard I try. But there's certain things they see me do that they, you know, they like, you know, especially with my beat making, production, stuff like that. So it just goes hand in hand, man. We just want to see each other win. This is a dream we've had since we were kids, you know. We played sports and listened to music, watched movies. We were real like, you know, not necessarily shelter. We just had strict parents, so we couldn't just be out there doing anything.
Yeah, speaking of your parents, mom, dad, did you grow up with your mom, dad?
Yeah. 17 years before they got divorced. Yeah, I had my dad was actually in my life, so that's why shout outs to the fathers out there that don't get the love they deserve for being good dads. But my dad and my mom are both in my life. My mom's still in my life to this day.
Yeah.
Bro, she lived next door to me. You feel me?
Yeah.
So literally next door to me, bro. Yeah. My dad. My dad's doing good. My dad. Making his money, working. Hardworking man. So, I'm blessed to still have him here. Without them, I definitely wouldn't be where I'm at or have the mindset that I have.
Yeah.
So.
And that artist's name that was signed to Gotti that I was saying earlier, his name is ESTG. That was the guy I was talking.
Yeah.
I just had to put that out there. You motivate me and inspire me, man, because you're one of the few producers around here that I know that likes to take criticism and listens to other people's input, and you actually apply it instead of looking at the person like, man, who are you? And people like that I love working with because they continue to grow as a person, So I just wanted to say that to you. But I got another question, man, like my last question to you, and I'm gonna let you go because we're gonna do a part 2, and we're gonna have more to talk about more in depth.
Yeah.
But giving you reach your success in the music industry, as if you was to get signed or get a record deal, what would you do to better your city and your circumstances and the people around you?
I go back to Muhlenberg County, build some stuff there for the kids. I feel like there's not enough going on there to keep them out of trouble, to keep them from, you have kids and teenagers and people in their 20s living in the area where there's not stuff to do. They're only going to want to do the shit that's not good for them. So I feel like I'd build more recreational stuff there that they can go do.
Yeah.
I mean, we got the gyms and stuff like that, but a Gaddy Town, anything, a skating ring, another skating ring, another movie, anything to make them be like, oh, instead of going to do drugs, I'll go see a movie, something like that. Give back to Evansville, to my old high school, just, go back home to Tampa, help out the communities there. I'm from everywhere, man, so I got a lot of love for a lot of different places, man, so I definitely be in the community heavy, I'm a humble guy. I know what it's like to come from the bottom. And when I get to the top, I'm not going to forget about the people there at the very bottom. You feel me? So,
Cam the Great, I appreciate you for stopping by, or me stopping by, because I actually pulled up to your crib. So I appreciate you for allowing that, man. And do you got anything coming? Well, actually, let them know the music video we about to do to the song.
Yeah, I got a video, Yikes, that we about that song called Yikes that we're about to get a video to. I got a Bed Eye that we're about to do, features with Misfit and Young Thump. Shout out to Thump,
shout out to Misfit, Young Thump.
Yeah, shout out to everybody. Shout out to K. Louie, Chris, Sean, the team, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Pimp.
Yeah.
Sweet Swisher. Shout out to y'all. Y'all know,
Sweet Swish.
Yeah, y'all know what it is. So, man, got a lot of stuff coming soon, man. Once it warms up.
Shout out to Sean.
Yeah.
Jones. Nick Jones.
Shit.
Key.
Shout out Evansville, Frankfurt, Muhlenberg, Tampa. All my homes, man. Shout out, man.
Shout out to Generic, you know what I'm saying? That's my dude, he keeps it solid, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna have way more content coming, and like I said, Cameron, I appreciate you.
No problem, bro.
Through.
No problem.
No problem,
bro.
It's been real, Brian Murray videos, and we out.